Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan! We're giving out draft grades, and we're into the NFC East. The Washington, insert racist team name here's, actually did quite well in this draft. It really pains me to say that. It does. The strength of this draft for them, though, is just their top two picks. Dwayne Haskins is somebody that I felt they might have needed to trade up to make happen. But then the Giants were stumbling into walls drunk, I guess, when they picked Daniel Jones. So, yeah, Haskins fell right into Washington's lap. And perfect. Just perfect. Pick up your guy, you know? It was either that or make a trade for Josh Rosen. And the price for Rosen, at least at that point, was too steep. They wanted a first-round draft pick. They weren't going to get this one. So Haskins falling into your lap made it so you didn't have to overpay for Rosen. And great for the franchise moving forward. He has a veteran presence that he can learn from in your free agency pickup. He's got a good situation there in Washington to go into, not necessarily need to start right away, but he will start at some point in the season, and good on you. Later on, you traded back into the first round to pick up Montez Sweat, who fell all the way down to 26. This is nuts, okay? He was widely regarded as the third best edge rushing talent in a very deep defensive line draft. Then they started to hear medical reports. Now, his college team didn't know about his medical history until he had already started putting up great film and become a stud on that defensive front in Mississippi State. So they never really thought about it. All right, they just played him like a normal player, and he was fine. All right, in large part, not the greatest thing to hear out of anybody, but he's not done bad because of it. There's been no scares whatsoever. This guy's young. He's going to be fine, okay? So getting him all the way down at 26, when a lot of people had him pegged in a top 10 pick, myself included. Yeah, that's great for you Washington fans. So, just on the strength of those two picks alone, you would get an A. But then the rest of the draft happened. So, Terry McLaurin, way big reach. You could have gotten this guy in the late third, early fourth. Okay, there were other receivers available that I had a much higher grade on, and don't give me crap because most of the country had higher grades on other receivers over this guy. So, I mean, he probably wouldn't make most NFL teams. No idea why you drafted him in the third round. Bryce Love. What's the need for running back there in Washington? You have a high round draft pick in Geis that, yeah, he got hurt, but he's coming back from injury. And you have Adrian Peterson, whereas as he's quite old at this point as far as running backs go, he put up 1,000 yards last season. He's showing no signs of slowing down. Between those two guys, where does Bryce Love get any sort of carries? I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not. He's a good, solid running back. I don't see a use for him on this team. I think that that's a bit of a wasted pick. Then, guard Wes Martin. He's a kind of a whatever. And another guard in Ross Pierschbacher. No idea. Doesn't matter. These are depth kind of guys. You generally get your offensive line talent from this range, so I get it. But offensive linemen that you're getting in this range aren't the kind of guys that are going to be starting right away. Okay, they're going to at least start out as depth, and they're not going to be immediate contributors. So out of your first 5 picks, first 6 picks, you got 2 useful players right away, in Haskins and Sweat. So, whereas you did fantastic in the first round, everything after that, you just stumbled all over yourselves. So, again, I give this draft a B, because they did so well in the first round, but yeah, the rest of the draft really takes them down. Comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me how much you hate my evaluations or how much you love it. Tell me what you think Washington should have gone for in the later rounds especially.